Hi, welcome back again to this series of my blog app tutorial. As you guys can see, I've completely done quite a lot: inserting data, creating tables, database connection, and etc. So there are like actually a lot of tutorials here that you can basically check. In case you feel like you need to get the exact video tutorial, please click on my YouTube link, which is just here on my website, or check it out at Kenya Tech. um, Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys, and keep on checking it. Hit the notification button. It's very important that if you have hit the notification button, next time I upload a video, you will automatically get to see it. In the previous tutorial, I was able to do updating, deleting data. I was able to do fetching and etc. Today I wanted us to check for user login. So we have not done the user endpoint for the login and etc. I went ahead and did the one for user registrations. It's not something that I felt like you guys still needed an answer because it was so automatic. We have done the how to insert data, so personally I felt like it was something quite automatic for you guys. So I mean, as in you guys didn't like really need it that much. So I felt like you guys didn't like really need it that much, so I didn't pay much attention to it. But anyway, all the same, you guys can actually check it out. It's a very awesome one. So in the next tutorial, I want this one to do the one for user registration. I couldn't have this method here because they're all post methods. Using Flask RESTful, so I hope you guys already understand that. So I'm just coming here, I'm gonna do a new one. So I'm getting this. The first thing I want to check, so maybe if I have a validator, I would actually go ahead and throw my validator if I have it here, but right now I don't have my validator. So I'm just gonna call my user model. So user is equals to user model. User model. I'm not gonna refer to anything here, but I need to call a method called check username. So I want to check if the user exists first. Okay, so I want to check if the user exists, and if we're using like echo something like post views, where we're actually checking if the user exists, it is actually in post methods. Sorry. So in post methods, we're checking if the user exists. So we'll be like something like this. Okay, so let me just copy paste this. It will be very much important and very helpful. So I bring in this view to user views. So let me just start this. If this so this is users table where username, because I'm using the username, is equals to new dot username is equals to true. So let me change this. If false, okay, I want to return something. So I want to return no such. Okay, I can actually go ahead and make this return statement so that you guys are like aligned. So we are actually aligned on something. Okay, so I'm gonna actually come back here, change a few of these. So we don't have such user, so we want it to return side like there's no such user inside here. Meaning I'll definitely go ahead and return that. So this is just to check if the user exists. So if the user doesn't exist, let me say record. So so this will give me the record. So record. So record will be I want to say get user. So I have this method here. Let me just go to user. User model. I have this method get user by username, where I'm actually supposed to pass for it the username. So it's just looping through and getting back the user ID, email, and etc. So I don't want anything here anymore, so I feel like I don't need all of this. All I need is email and password, is username and password. So username and password, or maybe user ID. User ID, username and password. Okay, so user ID, username and password. So this is the method. So when I come to user views, I'll just pass for it the username. So new dot username. Okay, so that's just it. So I can actually have this here. I can actually have this here, or I can actually go ahead and delete this, whichever thing would work for me. So I would actually come here and say user ID, user name. Do I really need a username here? Honestly, okay, I don't need a username here. Is equals to, so user ID, user and password is equals to record. Okay. If password is not equal to the new dot password, this one return username and password are not match. Okay, username and password does not match. Pretty much it. So okay, so this is, so if things don't match, it's 4-1, right? Unauthorized. Let me just check. HTTP. Wow, it's gonna bounce this error. My search, I don't know why my search is not like really working, especially on my blog. So you just keep on you just have to keep on reloading it over and over again. So that's it. So this, so if you start 400, this unauthorized 41 45 is okay. Okay, so this thing are very important. Okay, so we can use unauthorized 41, so that's what we are looking for. So 41, this is not such user, so 41 as well, because not like, yeah, so 41. So if that's using a password, not much. Else, so okay, so I don't even need to put else. If it gets it, I wanna say token is equals to so can you just call this? So I realized this was gonna be a big blow for us here. So just gonna say dot generate or encode token. So I've not really done this yet, and I want to pass for it the user ID. Then I would say return. Pretty much simple, everything here. say return welcome. Format new dot username token. Okay, let me just call this access token is equals to the token. So it's like pretty much simple. So this will be like 200. Yeah. I just need to put a comma there. I think one of the things I also want to do here is, so usually at registration, I don't know whether I actually implemented this. So when I get some data from here, I want to come back here. And so when I register user, if it's an integer, instead of just saying register successfully, I just want to come here and say token is equals to res here. Res, and this is no longer post ID, so I'll just come and say access token is equals to token. So I no longer need post ID here. Okay, so that's just it. So I need like token to be returned for me. Yeah, pretty much it. Let me see if I register a new user. So this is user already exists. Okay, I can change this a bit. I don't know whether I was validating using email. Maybe I was using the email. Okay, something is missing. Oh yeah, I've not done the one for the token. So like that is just a screwed up thing. So I'll come here, go to my base model class, and so I like working from the top because you guys don't really understand how this works. So let me just now call that. But I'm gonna say this is a static method. It takes in the user ID, and up on top I want to say import by JWT, and this is what I want to do. Okay, so I want to import JWT, but I have to go to my terminal to install JWT. So if I Control C, I'll just do pip install by JWT. This is gonna make sure that I have by JWT installed. I'm gonna do export secret key to be equals to my blog app. That's it. So the next thing I'll probably do is Flask run back. So it's pretty going to be very simple. I'll just do this. I'll just come in and say payload is equals to so maybe I can actually go ahead and also import some of these things because I feel like they're just going to be a lot of fun reason. So I needed also to import the short time delta. I mean, because I want to get the expiry date and etc. They're like super important for this. So yeah, nice. So when I come back here, I think that's all I need to import. So when I say encode the token, you guys will definitely get to understand how this works. Yeah, I can actually try to use a try catch, maybe. Actually, try catch is way much better because at least you're able to see where the error is coming in. Just catching some of these errors, or just leave not to use it. But anyway, I'm generating a payload, and my payload in this case takes care of the expiry date, issue that date, and the sub. So sub here. So let me just say user, and then I pass for the user ID. Then to generate the token, I'd be like JWT and code, payload, secret key, and the hashing that I probably want to have. Then this the response which I want to return. In case there's an exception error which I don't have, it will just also go ahead and return for me that. So let me try this. Apologies, I might be having some background noise. Oh wow, so this exists already. Okay. Okay. It's saying some error here. So name is not processed. Okay, so apologies, I might be having some background noise. Oh, okay. I understand. I used OS before. OS, so very important. I did not import OS, I was like using it. These already exist. Oh, jeez. Keep on bringing back here. Oh, nice. So it's already generating for us an access token. So this is what we want to use, especially when making subsequent requests now. So this is like super important. Now, if we register a user, login, if we register a user, whoa, okay, am I using this model? Okay, let me just check this. So for user views, so I changed this, I didn't change this. Okay. Nice. I didn't like really change this. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, what's up? Select all from this where username is equals to okay. Column. I don't have a column called username. Let me just see. Let me just see this in the terminal so that at least I'm able to identify that. Column username does not exist. Nice. User name. What did I write? Jeez, it's up. I feel like I wrote the exact same thing. Oh, okay. So when I go to my user model, this is probably where things are getting tough. So where user name is equals to wow. What can be the problem? Hello. Hey, niaje? Poa. Kwani uko wapi? Oh, I'm almost leaving and I wanted to see you. Niko first floor block B. Kuna hii meeting room inaitwa Wasini. Kuja na simu yako. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so I didn't post this. Okay, I might not have posted this. Apologies. So I'm just trying to figure out this. Username. So I don't know which column am I actually calling. But let me see this in the terminal so that I'll be able to see which column am I actually calling. Oh, base model. So this is referring to the base model query. So the base model query is not likely really working. Select all from user. What was the table name first? So the table name should be users. So that might be the big problem. User views. Yeah, so we are able to generate our access token, and that's it. I was having an error. So I think the error I'm actually getting here is probably one of those. Select from users. Okay. So if I save this, the error should actually stop. Okay, let me just send this again. Okay, these are the errors here as well. You know what? Let me make this full screen so that I'm able to swipe whichever way I want to see. Okay, the values are too many to unpack, but I've only unpacked 2 of them. So when I go to my user model, I was saying 3, but I had need 2. I added 3, but the other side I had 2. So when I was trying to unpack them, it was definitely bringing an error. So yeah, our login works. Nothing much. So in this case, our login works. I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. So we are able to get our access token and everything, and say welcome goal, and that's it. So there's however some other more things that you want to do. The one that decodes this token. I've always been seeing this magic in other YouTube tutorials, and is it called this way? Maybe it's this way. Okay, and this. Whoa. Okay, so where did this come from? So anyway, what I'm trying to do is I have a method called blacklist, which takes in the init.db. So I'm just going to create another table called blacklist table, and what simply this table is going to do is to hold all our tokens that have been blacklisted, or tokens that have already been used. So once you have those tokens, they go into the table called blacklist. So I'll call this functionality, or I'll call this method when I call my logout. So right now, if I want to record my token, it will be like, okay, fine. It will be like something quite much simple, like straightforward. So it checks if the token is already here. If it's already there, it will return token has been blacklisted. Else, it records and returns for us the user, or the JWT token expiry, and invalid token error and etc. So those are the things that I'll be using. So this record token is what I'll be using mostly when I want to power up my endpoints, when I want to protect my user out. So it becomes very much important, and I'll definitely be using it. The next thing. So please note, this is also, so this is the only static method, because this one uses here, and it can't be like static, and that's just it. Let me see what we have next. So that is fine. Right now I think I can go to my user views and try to power up some few things. So user registration, I can actually go and define a class, and this class, you're gonna call it auth logout. So text in resource is also a post, and this is probably one of those ones that we're gonna start with, and you guys are gonna see what it takes. So it's gonna come here and check user model dot decode. Now, so let me just call it decode token. That user views. I'm not like really gonna use any request so far. So decode token, then I'll just pass for it the token. So token. Okay, anyway, I'll definitely go ahead and handle this later on. So let me just comment them up. So this is for logout, but logout needs something. So for successful logout, I'll just say, so I'm gonna import some few bunch of codes as well, then try to explain them for you guys, because I realize I may not have the entire time to do this. It's like pretty much running late here. So the first thing I get is, so I'll need this block of code here, and I'm gonna say auth is equals to, so I'm getting authorization header, and you guys are gonna see where this is gonna go. So I'll get the request header, authorization, then if there is no that authorization header, I'll just say return make response JSONify so this is for one. Is it bad request? Yeah, it's actually a bad request. So message missing header, no authorization header has been provided. So if this auth is not there, so if that auth token is equals to, I'm gonna split this into one, meaning splitting the bare access token and splitting that, then response. So how do I decode this? I just call the user model dot decode auth token. So then I pass for it the auth token. So if not instance, So my auth token, if the name is not a string, so I expect a user ID, right? So if it's not an int, wait, if it's not a string, the rest are actually ints, meaning if it's an int, yes, I can actually go and do the rest. So doing the rest means that I'm gonna come here and say token is equals to response, then call log out is equals to user model dot logout, and I want to pass for it the token. Okay, then maybe from here I need to go ahead and start just make a simple return statement. So this is 200, let me just get 200. So this means it's already logged out successfully. Else if it's a string, I want to return response, and that would be 41 unauthorized. Okay, but anyway guys, this is now basically how I'm protecting my route. I've not like really done this as well, so let me just go to my user model. I'll do my login here, def logout self token. It's just a simple insert query, so pretty much simple. So query insert into blacklist. Okay, token value, I'm like value is equals to okay, okay. Okay, nice. Format. I'm not even sure if this will work. Token. query. I'm not fetching anything. Closing, committing and closing. This can be actually covered. Let's close that object. Cover nini con. That's all. That's all for this. I can actually try to log out. If I log out, I have to go ahead and register these blueprints. I'll go to this view. Yeah, so I have to pass that on as well. So right now, if I register this user, so if I log in, it will be telling me this. But the moment I change this to post, log out. So let me just copy this so that I hold it in the clipboard memory. So if I copy that and send this logout, you will be able to see that there is no authorization header provided. So the logout requires an authorization header. Okay, so I'm gonna go to headers and say authorization bearer. So this bearer is like a statement that you have to have first. So if I send this, it's saying something else. It means there's no space. So if I say bearer something else, okay, nice. So I've also just realized, so I've also realized that I don't have my, I was actually thinking about it when I was doing this, and I'm just realizing like I don't have my tables. So let me just copy the table for the token. So go to my dbconfig in my blacklist. Yeah, pretty much it. So if I send this again, oh no, okay. Relation does not exist. The relation called blacklist does not exist. Okay, nice. I know maybe the code has not been run. Blacklist. So if I go to my base model, oh shit, blacklist, select all from blacklist tokens. So this is like tokens. If I go to my user model, setting into tokens. If I go to my base model, tokens, okay, so tokens. This is like okay. I'm just like what's happening is post login. So when I log in, it's okay, it works. But when I log out, oh yeah, logged out successfully, meaning now the table is there. What about if I logged out again? Oh geez, it's still inserting the same. Yeah, it's actually inserting the same. Yeah. Let me just see. What if I can shortchange this or something else? Yeah, the token is invalid. So these are not the things that I was trying to show you guys. So the token is invalid and unauthorized. So this is how you protect an endpoint for the user. This is basically how you protect an endpoint. Just do this and just have, if this goes to, then everything is now put inside. So you can copy paste this bunch of code here. Those the rest here in user doesn't really require it that much. But the rest I think we use it. So remember, if we take it to the other side, the only thing we need to change is the user model. So we're taking it to the base views. Yep. Okay. So this is called base post model, and it's gonna be this easy. Tell that once else. Going back to our user view and paste this for so post view. There's a post view, post view, post view, post view. Okay, so it can do that for you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much simple. So we have done this for one. We need to do it for the second one. For the authentication as well, forgetting all that. Nice. Forgetting a single one as well. Yeah, for deleting single one as well. To put that here. And then for the last one here. Nice. So I'll just come back here, copy paste this last part. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. And for the last one. Nice. So right now you cannot actually just go ahead and paste and post an endpoint. So we're saving. I think I've saved all that. Oh, my disk space is critical running low. Okay, I'm just finding out. So if I think I've just saved that. So if I go back here and try to get this, I'll be told an authorization error. So that's it. Please check out this. I'll be posting this. Like the channel and share with your guys. So that's how to do with authentication. Finally, I'll be pushing this code today or tomorrow. So I'll be pushing this code so you guys can actually check it out. Bye.